Covering topics of the day, from politics to pop culture, this is Soapbox Talk on Channel 104.
And hello, welcome to the Sunday Soapbox Talk Show. I am Uncle Rich.
Hello, I'm Taylor.
Taylor is with me today. Robin is filing taxes for everybody and their mother. It is a very
What about my taxes?
You're dead. Unless you have to pay a death tax, then I wouldn't worry too much about it, Marge. It's Super Bowl Sunday. Hey, Marge, who do you got for the game today?
What?
Marge.
Yes.
Who are you rooting for in today's game?
The Bengals.
Marge. The Bengals aren't in it.
Oh, well, then I'm rooting for the other team.
There's two teams, Marge. Denver.
Oh, okay, then the Cowboys.
Oh my gosh, they're not in it either.
Okay, the Jaguars.
The Jaguars are definitely not in it. Hey, it's between Denver and...
What about the Miami Marlins?
That's a baseball team, not a football team. And it's Denver versus Seattle.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll say that the Colts will win then. Okay.
Okay, Marge. We'll just leave it at that. The Colts are going to win the Super Bowl according to the late, great Marge. Well, maybe not so great. Marge Schott. It is also Groundhog Day and Punxsutawney Dumbass.
Is it weird that I Got You Babe played this morning when I woke up?
It did. I Got You Babe played this morning when you got up. I don't think that's at all ironic, man. Here it is again. Sing to me, Taylor. I'm sick. I respond to illnesses very well when I'm sung to. Where's Robin Karn when you need her, right?
Oh, that's true, 'cause you got me,
Baby, I got you. Happy Groundhog Day. Happy Groundhog Day.
They say
Groundhog again?
I'm gonna kill that thing. I was thinking about that there this morning. I was actually sitting here remembering last year, back to the big show. You know that show that Dr. Phillips used to host? Dr. Phillips never he never hosted it. The only thing he ever said was penis butter. Yeah, well, that ain't funny. That kind of gross, but anyway, to each his own, I guess. But we may send you on a mission because last year we had a bounty. Remember the Butler County prosecutor, Taylor, wanted to kill Punxsutawney Phil, and we sent Taylor after Punxsutawney Phil, and I think that's around the same time Mrs.
Swan.
When Mrs. Swan ended up being captured in Washington, D.C., and that's how we met Cabana Joe. That's how, who has completed serving out his suspension. Hey, it's supposed to snow 1 to 3 inches today here in northern Kentucky, Joe. What do you think about that? That's too small. Joe, I'm talking about snow. What are you talking about? Frosty the Snowman, I guess. That's even grosser. Okay. Anyway. So, but it's Groundhog Day. Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow, and turned around and ducked and ran back into his little hole. And he has he has forecasted 6 more weeks of winter.
Polar vortex.
Yeah, and well, maybe tomorrow we'll have to get triple sack on. But I'm sorry if you hear me coughing. I have been, in case you didn't know, I almost died this
There
past...
were no big shows this week.
I almost died this past week. I saw my life flash before my eyes every time I coughed. What
about when you turned your head?
I know.
Anyway, we have a great show today.
I forgot.
Hold
on a second. I need to go see the doctor. Did somebody say turn my head? Joe.
Oh, gosh.
Leave it alone. Anyway,
also, Dan Perry's done something really good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
we were going to talk about the band Perry. So we're talking about one good group, and then we need to bring up a really, 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 really... Bad boy. Tremendous talent. Bad boy. Justin Bieber.
Hi, Joe.
Who I guess is going to be at the Super Bowl today. Justin Bieber at the Super Bowl. That is...
Yeah, he's gonna pull a Kanye during the halftime show.
Something's going to happen. He's going to knock Bruno Mars out.
I'm really excited about the halftime show. Bruno Mars and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And actually Spotify, Spotify, we work with them on some different things, but they have a playlist, a Super Bowl playlist that I'm going to go in and take a look at, because this afternoon I'm going to be on Jams 102 with your Super Bowl party music, which will be a lot of fun. So we'll be doing that. We'll be doing that. Of course. And I know. I have to play it. It's like, that's like Super Bowl music if I've ever heard it. I think. I don't know.
But I think Bruno Mars' song "Gorilla" is this generation's "Strokin'" by Clarence Carter.
That one, or there's a new song that we're playing on Jams 102, and every time I play it, I love the music. I love not the lyrics, but I love the music to it. I mean, it makes me want to get up and twerk and stuff. But I can twerk really good. Me too. I'm just joking. We'll have a twerking contest. Joe. Really? What do we get into here? I'm not having a twerking contest, but I'm not really. The kids tell me I can't. I have no rhythm, so I don't know. But so we're going to talk about that today, and then a couple of mean-ass lunch ladies in Salt Lake City. I don't know what other than salt is in the water out there, but those women are mean.
Might be bath salts.
They are. I'm going to tell you. When I was in high school, I thought
Salt Lake City.
Yeah, I thought some of the lunch ladies at my school were mean, but nothing compares.
All the lunch ladies I've met have been really nice.
They have? You mean to tell me that in 12 years of an education, you said that wrong, it's edumacation, dumbass. No, it's education. You did not have one mean lunch lady that would just pick up the food and just smack it on your plate and give you a big old nasty look and hand you your tray back? That never happened to you at all?
No, all the lunch ladies at Connor High School and all the other schools I went to were fairly nice.
Yeah, fairly nice. Now, you're a lucky guy, because you're one of the few people I know that did not encounter
And Adam Sandler agrees with me. Have you ever heard the song Lunch Ladyland?
No, I have not.
Maybe you should listen to it.
Yeah, I think I will. Yeah, I haven't. No, it's Adam Sandler. I haven't heard it.
Yeah, another good Adam Sandler song is At a Medium Pace.
And I also like Happy Hanukkah. Of course, everybody knows that song.
Hanukkah song.
Yeah, the Hanukkah song. But anyway, so, and we got the band Perry, talking about the band Perry today, too. Sad news in Kentucky this week. Nine family members all killed in a house fire, and the band Perry stepped up to the plate in an unbelievable way.
For the funeral.
Yes, well, you just revealed it. Taylor, you gotta give the people a reason to listen. Stay tuned. But we'll talk more about it. It's coming up. It is Sunday morning, Soapbox in the afternoon. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We have got much more coming up. Coming up next, we're talking about, what are we talking about next? We are talking...
1 million moms.
We're talking about 1 million mad moms. It's going to be interesting. It's the...
I think Joe is a member of their fan club.
Is Michelle Bachmann in it?
No.
Oh, I think she is. Yeah, Michelle Bachmann's... She gotta be. Her and Sarah Palin both gotta be in Million Mom. You just know it. Those bitches, I can't stand them. Okay. Anyway, so... It's coming up. It is Sunday morning, afternoon, blah, 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 blah. Soapbox Talk. I got to eat a cough drop.
After these messages.
We'll be right back after these messages on Gizmo Media Stations.
WGMV Cincinnati, a Gizmo Media Station. We've been planning, and you've been waiting. It's time for a brand new radio station, custom designed with two in mind. Finally, a radio station she and he can agree on. True music variety that sounds just like this.
Only wanna be with you. Tonight, we are young. Hey, soul sister, ain't that Mr. on the radio? Stereo, the way you move ain't fair, you know.
Finally, the wait is over. This is the new River 103. True music variety of soft rock and roll favorites both of you can agree on. Turn it up. This is the new River 103.
Yo.
Turn your Spreaker up. It's the Saturday Night House Party.
Send us your requests on Twitter at RichOnRadio or at MyJams102. Or get your request to our Facebook page. It's simply the all-new Jams 102. And remember, we're the station that makes you move. The all-new Jams 102 WBLZ. This is America's best music from today and the 2K.
And mine. And I pray someday that you
And today.
sun kiss shining, back road flying, singing like crazy. No place to go, all we need was the radio.
This is the all-new Buzz 101. Get on your soapbox and tell us what you think. This is the Soapbox Talk Channel 104.
And welcome back to the show, Sunday Soapbox. I am Uncle Rich, and Taylor sent me a review, an Amazon review for a product, Haribo Gummy Candy Sugarless Gummy Bears, 5-pound bag. Now, I'm thinking if you need a 5-pound bag, you may need a gummy bear intervention program or treatment. But I'm just saying. Although yesterday I went and got a bunch of them peppermint patties. I bought like 3 bags of them because I mean I love them, and they, with being sick and everything, they just kind of coat my throat. And I had to buy me a 5-pound bag of Skittles, so I really can't talk. All of which I think Avery has probably already eaten by now. Anyway, so this is hilarious. Apparently this customer is calling it a gummy bear cleanse. I think I have a good idea of what that might be. Apparently they're very good. He says they rate a 5. So good. Soft, true to taste fruit flavors like the sugar variety. I was a happy camper. But, or should I say but with an extra T, not long after eating about 20 of these, all hell broke loose. Oh, man. I had gastrointestinal experience like nothing I had ever imagined. Cramps, sweating, bloating, beyond my worst nightmare. I've had food poisoning from some bad shellfish, and that was almost like a skip in the park compared to what was going on inside me. Oh, wow. Oh, I can't stop laughing. Then came the flatulence. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Who wrote this thing? There should be a comedian. I just don't know how you continue. No. Okay, I will try. Then came the I'll do this. Oh, I'm not saying it again because I'll bust out laughing again. The sounds like trumpets calling the demons back to hell. Oh boy. The stench, like 1,000 rotten corpses vomited. I need to hire this guy to be an ad writer for me. I mean, not. Anyway, I couldn't stand to stay in one room for fear of succumbing to my own odors. Oh, but wait, there's more. What came out of me felt like someone tried to funnel Niagara Falls through a coffee straw. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I can read it. I swear my sphincters were screaming. Ah! It felt like my delicate starfish was a gaping maw projectile vomiting a torrential flood of toxic water. Oh, Lord. Oh, well, everybody's lost their lunch appetite now. Sorry about that. 1,000 liquid flammable liquid napalm. It was actually a bit humorous for a nanosecond, and it was just beyond anything I can imagine, and it went on for hours. I felt violated. You were violated by gummy bears.
I gotta try these gummy bears.
Hell no. Which I think I might have been sometime in the early morning or the next day. There was stuff coming out of me that I ate at my wedding in 2005. Oh my God!
I'm glad I'm not watching the Super Bowl, because I'd probably go on a hot wing binge and it would make my ass feel like that the fire-breathing dragons from Shrek was stuck up in there or something.
Yeah. So apparently he passed. I'm not going to go on with it much more, but apparently he passed it off. He wanted to make sure that it wasn't just him, so he passed it on to a. Share that during the Super Bowl party tonight. I tell you what, people will really enjoy it. Be careful what you eat. Stay away from the person. Anyway, moving on. That took 15 minutes right there. Moving on. Have you ever watched? I know you have, because we've discussed this, but. I'm asking the listeners, if you have children in your home, or if you find at all sense of humor in helping to raise children or raising children, you have got to love, which is soon going to be no longer on the network. Actually, it's canceled this season.
Yeah, series finale is this month.
Yeah, I think the last show may have been Friday night. I'll have to sit down with the kids and watch it on...
No, it's this month.
Oh, I thought it was this week. But anyway.
Or sometime.
So,
it's coming up. It's going to be sad. But anyway,
people have. Hold on. I got a little back.
Getting angry whenever a show brings in a gay character or a show with gay themes.
Yeah. Continue.
And now they are attacking Good Luck Charlie because they featured two lesbian moms.
Yes, people have been critical though of the Disney Channel for not showing a more realistic approach to modern day social issues such as gay families, and so they decided to do one of two things. They're making a movie with one of the lead characters from Good Luck Charlie. His name is Jason Dolly, who is an event. Well, I mean, he talks a lot about his faith. He's a Christian. He also attends an evangelical church in Southern California. And he also has decided that it is only right to love people, gay people, who are different than him. So the Disney Channel is making a movie about a teenage... I don't know if he's a teenage boy, because Dolly's in his 20s. But about a man who is outed by his mother after she tries to set him up on a date, and he can't decide if he wants to go on the date because he questions his sexuality. And so that's one way that they're approaching it. But to lead into that, they decided to have a show with two moms. Now, did you watch the show, Taylor? Taylor, are you alive, Taylor?
I'm here.
Oh my goodness, what are you doing? Passing out on me or something? But anyway, so this wonderful show decides that it's going to, and I did not really hear them address a gay issue at all during the show. But did you see the show? Taylor.
Yes.
Did you see the show?
No, I didn't see it, but I don't get what the big fuss is all about.
Yeah. Well, here's the.
You already know about that stuff anyway.
Right, but here's the thing. There was no big deal about the show. They never identified the two women as gay or a couple. What they did is they had a little girl coming over to play with Charlie, and the mother says, her two moms are coming over. Well, a lot of kids have had, if your parents have remarried, you may have had a stepmom, may have had two moms. They did not clarify. They kind of at the end, they kind of hinted at it a bit, but they never came out and made a big grandstanding against or for gay couples. It was just a joke about him taking one of the moms downstairs to watch a baseball game or a football game, something along those lines, and then they all kind of end up not standing each other, and so the mother, I can't think of her name, but she was on Will and Grace. The mother on the show said, "If you don't switch me moms, I'm going to claim I have a headache." So they go out in the basement into the main, I guess their family room, and suddenly one of the moms says, "I have a headache," and they leave. But never during the show did they do anything controversial or even try to push the issue that much. A smart person would have easily figured it out. But look, in this day and age, there are gay families. I don't think. What really made me mad was their statement, and I think I might have it up here. I may have lost it, but the statement
in
that
the Fosters, which is probably one of my favorite shows, 1 Million Moms Becoming Under Attack for. Two lesbian moms, and then there's a character on the show that several times that they have hinted that he is gay.
Yeah.
They haven't come out and said it. There's speculation. So
yeah, I mean,
and
look,
the kid on the show is fairly young.
If you don't agree with the lifestyle, I have one thing to say to you. One, I'm sorry, but number two, it's everywhere. And you cannot, in this day and age, you cannot avoid it. It's all over. I mean, the thing I don't get is Modern Family has been on forever. And there's been very little controversy surrounding that. And,
the only thing, back a few years ago, I don't know if it was 1 Million Moms, it was one of those organizations, got upset because Lily, who on the show is Cameron and Mitchell's son.
Right. The gay couple.
Yes. Or not son, daughter.
Yeah.
Ended up, started learning the F word somehow. And,
it happens. Yeah.
They became under fire for it.
Yeah.
Because they thought the girl was actually saying the word, but I guess she really wasn't. And they got upset. And I was thinking, when that happened, they wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
If there were a straight couple.
I don't think so either. And but it is out there. I mean, no, I guess if you don't agree with the lifestyle, you don't have to accept it. You may think that you're sheltering your kids from it, but in this day and age, I'm telling you, you're probably not sheltering your kids from anything because kids have, go to school and things like that. So there was really nothing wrong with what they did. Jason Dolly, who's going to play the questionable gay character in the movie, which I think is called Outed, if I remember right.
Helicopter Mom, actually.
Oh, Helicopter Mom, you're right. But anyway, he is an evangelical Christian who, I was trying to make this point before, who disagrees with a lot of the ways that gay people, he kind of thinks along the same lines I think that you and I do, that gay people, that you should love everybody, that you're called to love everyone, that you're not called to only love certain people, love your neighbor as yourself, and there's no preface to that. It doesn't say, only love your white, Anglo-Saxon, Protestant neighbor, and don't love your gay neighbor. That's not God's commandment. I saw something real interesting yesterday, and I posted it on my Facebook page. It said, Jesus was not a Christian, which as soon as I put it on there, I'm like, somebody's going to try to say something to me, because there are people that think Jesus was a Christian. Jesus was actually a Jew. And then it said, Buddha was not a Buddhist, and Muhammad was not a Muslim, and none of them were, because the faith that was founded was centered around who they were. But it said their only religion was love. And of course, some people would disagree with me on that, because there are some people, I mean, I've already started hearing stuff, and it's a little upsetting, because really it's true. The Muslim, if you study religion, or if you've done it, which I have, I actually went to the seminary for a while. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, scary.
Yeah, it was very scary. I wasn't there real long. I had to get back home, but I decided it wasn't for me. But if but if you understand religion, you understand that that's the basic, the basic tenets of the Christian faith is love. And it is the same in the Jewish religion. It is the same in the Muslim religion. It is the same in the Buddhist religion, the Sikh religion. I mean, that is pretty much the case. And so if you, if you really study and you do some research, you'll find that, because a lot of people think because of the issues with 9/11 and terrorism issues in our country, I have seen Muslim friends of mine cry because they're so devastated that someone in their faith did that to our country. They are not on record, not typically a. It's like any other religion. Christianity, it has people on the far right, people on the far left. Buddhism, same way. I mean, you're going to find that in every single religion. And, it's just, once again, I just don't understand. I just really, you don't have to maybe accept how somebody chooses to live, but by God's commandment, you have to choose to love them. And I just see so much hatred. This whole issue with 1 million. What bothers me is they said, if you put this show on, 1 million moms will never watch Disney Channel again. That was in their press release, and so Disney Channel was like, okay, well, But ABC has always been a pro, I would say, gay company. They have anti-discrimination laws on the books where you can't fire a person, and you should not be allowed to fire a person because of their sexuality.
Are you talking about Disney?
Talking about ABC, Disney, yes, I am. And that's been a long-standing policy of theirs. So,
probably two of the most major shows on TV right now that feature gay characters, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, and what's ironic is actually,
Family.
But let's give ABC, if you're on the other side of that with all the issues that we've had with Duck Dynasty lately, ABC owns A&E, and ABC made the decision to keep. So don't just say that ABC only promotes one side of the agenda here. No, they promote both. Phil Robertson came back to Duck Dynasty, and it's an A&E. A&E is an ABC company, just like the Disney Channel. So you can't say, it's one way or the other. I mean. But look, God, in my opinion, God calls us to love. He does not call us to judge. In fact, he tells us not to judge. And I just see so many self-righteous people out there that think they have all the answers. And it's okay if you want to stand up for the Word of God, or what you believe to be the Word of God. But it's not okay to hate. There's just no tolerance in hating. And to me, that's what these women are doing. I mean, it's ridiculous. And I would bet you most of them will probably continue to watch Disney Channel, because if you've ever tried to take Disney Channel away from any of your kids, it's kind of like trying to take an Xbox away from them anymore. You can't do it.
Yeah.
I love people for who they are. I mean, that's my big thing here. And show them the respect that they deserve. But just ridiculous. I mean, the show really didn't even to me, they weren't holding hands. They weren't... it was not about the gay lifestyle. It was about, and I don't even know. Some people believe it's a choice and say it's not a lifestyle. So, or it's not a choice. It's not a choice.
Grey's Anatomy, interesting enough, Grey's Anatomy has a gay couple on the show.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in years.
I have never heard anything about the show.
Yeah.
From 1 Million Moms.
Yeah.
Because they portray lesbian characters for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, apparently the Million Moms are kind of, we were just talking about right wing, left wing, in the middle. Apparently they're a little more to the right, maybe a lot more. I mean, to me, that's the stuff, Westboro Baptist comments that they would make. And I just want to know where they come up with a Million Moms at, because some of their beliefs are just crazy. We'll never watch the Disney Channel again. Boo-hoo-hoo. So, it's, this is what upsets me kind of about that whole Phil Robertson thing. You have one agenda, and if it's not your agenda, and everybody doesn't agree with your agenda, then they're wrong. Now they're going to boycott Disney Channel. But a few months ago, it was about freedom of speech. Wasn't that the claim? Exactly. It was about freedom of speech. Okay. This is Disney's freedom of speech, and if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it, but you're going to get mad at them. And I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to come up. I knew somebody was going to try to, there was going to, it's like the Martin Bashir thing. We've talked about that before. Here I go. I'm on my soapbox. They demanded that he was fired from NBC. NBC suspended him, and then he was forced to resign. He resigned because they basically said, resign or you're going to be fired. So it's kind of like being fired. But that's not okay. I mean, but that's okay. They can sit there and the right can demand that this man gets fired. But then when Phil Robertson gets fired, it's a whole different story. He didn't have any right to say that. But because Martin Bashir had said some stuff about Sarah Palin, So here we go. This is exactly what people are talking about. People in the middle and people to the left are going, okay, you want it this way when it has to do with... If this would have been a Christian couple that came to their home, or a religious family had come to their home, and some gay organization said, we're going to boycott it because they're bringing out the straight lifestyle, then they would claim that they're under attack by the gay community. But they make and I guess they'll still try to say that. They say, well, they're defending this, therefore, the gay community. No, look, you can't have your cake and eat it too. You can't, look, that's being, I'll just flat out call it, it's called being a hypocrite. That is being a hypocrite. You want one man show on because he espouses your values, and you had no right to fire him because of freedom of speech. But somebody does it on the other way, and you're never going to watch Disney Channel again. It's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Something else that's ridiculous, a couple of lunch ladies in Salt Lake City. We're going to tackle that issue next. And it is the Sunday edition of Soapbox Talk. This is Channel 104. We will be right back.
GMV Cincinnati, a Gizmo media station. We've been planning, and you've been waiting. It's time for a brand new radio station custom designed with two in mind. Finally, a radio station she and he can agree on. True music variety that sounds just like this.
Only wanna be with you.
Finally, the wait is over. This is the new River 103, true music variety of soft rock and roll favorites both of you can agree on. Turn it up. This is the new River 103.
Yo. Turn your Spreaker up. It's the Saturday Night House Party.
Send us your requests on Twitter at RichOnRadio or at MyJams102. Or get your request to our Facebook page. It's simply the all-new Jams 102. And remember, we're the station that makes you move. The all-new Jams 102 WBLZ. This is America's best music from today and the 2Ks.
And I pray someday that you
and today.
Press it down.
No place to go. All we need was a radio.
This is the all-new Buzz 101. Covering topics of the day, from politics to pop culture, this is Soapbox Talk on Channel 104.
Oh my goodness. Well, I think we found Taylor's other calling in life.
I'm watching the Kitten Bowl on Hallmark Channel, and one of the kittens just got in here.
Let me get you back, ran through the board here. Taylor is watching the Kitten Bowl, and I didn't even know they had a Kitten Bowl. Apparently, this is on Hallmark. Not to be confused with Puppy Bowl, which I think is on Animal Planet later tonight. So, I keep
names like
you all have, you notice I've been trying to talk to him, and he just kind of it just disappears for a second. It's because he's watching the damn Kitten Bowl. I'm gonna have a talk with Babalu about this situation, Taylor. He's gonna laugh so hard it's not even gonna be funny. But that is cute. I mean, I'm not saying it's not cute, but now they have a Kitten Bowl, and Taylor's giving me play-by-play action during the break. So, are you there?
Yeah, Manti Meow is one of the kittens.
Manti Meow. Okay. Any other cute kitten names out there?
Tabby Romo, Pearl Owens, Brett Ferv.
Nah, that's cute. Rhett Ferv. Anything else?
Mr. Whiskers.
Mr. Whiskers.
Meow Sean Lynch.
Oh, wow, that's funny. Meow Sean Lynch. And that's on Hallmark.
Unnecessary Cuteness called.
Unnecessary Cuteness called. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It's getting deep in today's super activities on Talk Channel 104. So, moving on, if you could just take your eyes or just hit the mute button or something while you're taking in the Kitten Bowl there. Next year he'll have Sagwa in it. Watch. Just mark my words. Sagwa?
He's a kitten, though. Oh,
it's got to be a kitten. Wait, no, that's discrimination. I think the Million Moms should get on that one. What, you can't be older than, 6 weeks old or something? 10 weeks old? 15? I mean, that's crazy. That's discrimination. They need to get on that and stop worrying about all the other stuff. Anyway, a couple of mean old ladies in Salt Lake City. We got a heavy duty topic here.
Mitt Romney, capital of the world.
Mitt Romney, capital of the world. And I'm not a hater of Mitt Romney. I actually like Mitt Romney in many ways. And at first, when I found
really
out, because believe it or not, I am not completely a right wing. Or left-wing liberal nut. I'm not. Although.
Oh, neither am I. I flip-flop a lot.
Me too. Joe, behave. When I first found out he was running, the thought crossed my mind to possibly vote for him, and decided not to. But because of what he had done in Massachusetts with healthcare reform, which is basically Obamacare.
He had a problem with his private sector.
Yeah. Mitt Romney created Obamacare. For those of you that don't know that, look it up, research it. He is. But after after hearing his comments about the poor and the stupid remark that he made about, basically laughing at, they'll never vote for me. That was it. That was the clincher. I said, nope, I'm not voting for this man. And then there's Chris Christie, who I like, and I would be inclined to vote for. But now there's Bridgegate. So don't think that I'm just so completely to the left that I won't vote for. I was actually a registered Republican early on in life. My family called me Alex P. Keaton. No lie. You can ask them. But I like the Lieutenant Governor of Nevada this week, decided that the Republican Party had come too far to the right, and it left me. And so I'm a fiscal conservative, but a social liberal. So I just don't believe in hate. But moving on,
back to school.
Talking about hate, let's talk about these two ladies. So this kid walks up to, I guess a bunch of them. The school, I guess, had done an audit, not Andy Dalton. They had done an audit to find out what students owed school lunches. And for some reason, of course, the school management says they did not tell these women to do this. But these kids came through the line. They had their lunch tray. They set it down. They rung them up. Then when they went to take it off their account, because any more schools do this lunch money electronically. I wish they would have had that when we were kids, but we hardly had any electronics. We had a Nintendo, and it was nothing. But anyway, so they ring them up, and then they say, "Oh, your account is negative. Take the tray, have a garbage can next to the cash register, because once you serve a child food, you can't reserve that tray. Dump the food out." You know, homeless veterans in our country, homeless people, families suffering, claim bad economy.
As Babalu says, children in Iraq are starving.
And children in Iraq are starving, and you're going to take a child's food, pour it in a garbage can, and say, "Go get a milk and an orange." And to that, something that I thought was, I'm just checking traffic around the Super Bowl right now real quick. I thought I saw some breaking news, but I'll find out about that and keep you updated this afternoon. I'm not going to confirm that. I'm worried. I'm a little worried about this one, just because so much has been happening lately. But anyway, back to the topic. So these lunch ladies do this to like 70 kids, and they go and they ask the school principal, and he says, "Well, at least we gave them something. It's an orange."
Yeah.
Now, have you ever ate an orange and drank it with a milk? Does that fill you up?
No.
Does that have all the required,
No.
No, it does not. It does not have the required vitamins and all that stuff, calorie intake stuff that is required, I think, by the Department of Education, if I remember right. It's mandated also with free school lunches. So you're going to take away 70s, and not only that, this brought shame on these kids, because of course the whole lunchroom saw it. It's at a middle school, or no, is it a middle school or elementary school? But we all know kids can be incredibly cruel. So you're going to embarrass the kids. I just could not believe it. Now, I know at the boys' school that they have a policy about lunch, and this is Boone County schools. If a child becomes, first of all, so in arrears that their lunch, that they feel like they will still give them a bagged lunch with all the required nutrients. If for some reason they suspend their account, which it takes a lot to do. I know that at Ackerman, Caleb and Caden both went to Ackerman. One time, Caden forgot his money to put on the account, and the school principal, when kids fall into this situation at that school, and he's a really good guy, he actually will go to the cafeteria, take the money out of his wallet, and personally pay for the kid to have food. That's how he handles it here in Boone County. So who does that? I mean, who really does this to? I'm just I'm kind of dumbfounded by the principal, because he said, "Well, it wasn't right that they did that, but at least they got an orange." I mean, that's kind of like justification. You know, like, no, as soon as you found out about it, why didn't you make them feed them again and let them out of class so they could have a nutritious meal? And we all know that if kids do not have proper nutrition, and this is why they serve, when I was a kid, they never even served breakfast in school. You ate it at home. Now, to make sure that kids eat right, they serve breakfast every morning here, at least in Boone County, and I know they do in a lot of other school districts as well. I know Cincinnati Public does. It's so essential to the development of these kids, and to do that to them, I can't believe it. I could not believe it when I read it. You know, if you want to blame the parents, that's fine. If you want to call them up on the phone, that's fine. You know, give them some advance notice. Tell them maybe they need to have their kids bring lunch to school, or give them a certain period of time to pay it. But to do that to a couple, not just a couple of kids, 70 kids. Jeez. Wow. I'm like, where do people... You know, it's kind of like... sometimes I have something I tell people about my Facebook account. My Facebook account is mine. If you say something I don't like, I have the right to take you off of my account. It is not a democracy. But I have seen people comment... I saw somebody comment a few weeks back, and it really bothered me, because I've known this person since high school. I always thought that was a wonderful person. I still think they're probably a decent person, but I was very disturbed because their daughter had made a reference and made a comment about how people on welfare should be forced to live in old army barracks with each other. They should be forced to eat commodities. They should not be allowed to have food stamps. This is somebody that goes to church regularly, preaches how much they love God, but at the same time they want to turn around and they want to say, "Oh, well, let's take what." You know, I'm not saying that there may not be some reform. I do favor drug testing for recipients of welfare. I do, because the kids are the ones who suffer either way. If they don't get the food, they don't get the food anyway. If a person's using, they're not going to get it because they're going to take the food stamps and use it for something else possibly. So, but anyway, you know, but I see this a lot. I see it a lot with the Tea Party, with people who are Tea Party. You know, it's kind of like the unemployment thing this week. There are some people in the Congress that want to lower the limit of the hourly wage to $0. And their claim is that it can go up, corporate because it's so high, it's killing corporate taxes and people have to pay it out, and it's actually hurting our economy. No, when more people work, more people spend money. When more people spend money that's flowing through the economy. That's how it works.
Yeah.
It does not work by cutting somebody who's already poor's income. I mean, I'm just flabbergasted. I cannot believe that these people are elected to office. And the sad thing about it is, because their congressional districts have been redrawn, there is virtually no chance that for a very long time, any other challenger to these people in Congress will get elected. Not because there isn't support there to elect them. No, it's because the congressional lines have been redrawn to favor the Republicans. Is what it said. No, they're not. The Republican Party, 25% of the American people say they identify with or are a Republican. Down, I think, 9 or 11% from just 2 years ago. And they want to say Obama's the one. No, but you know what? You're going to win. It's just kind of like this voter registration thing where people have to, I agree there should be some form of ID, a bill or something. But to make people go in and show an ID, and in the state of Texas, if you're a woman and you've remarried and you haven't changed your ID, you can't even vote. They are doing everything to ensure that they stay in office. So they're like, oh, they're going to win the Senate. I doubt very seriously the GOP is going to win the Senate. I really do. But again, just so people know, I have voted Republican. I have been Republican, but the party left me. I didn't leave the party. But it's these kinds of attitudes about taking kids' lunches away, making sure that poor people, just completely have nothing when they already have nothing, have even less. It just disturbs me. Yeah. I don't see how any person can call themselves a Christian and say they read the Bible and they follow the Bible and then turn around and treat people like that. There's no to me, there's no Christianity to that. All that's there to me is hate. You want to watch your tax dollar so much, you're going to watch that tax dollar so much that you don't care if it helps somebody else because it's your mighty dollar. Well, yeah, you might have worked for it, but you know what? There are less fortunate people in the world. Seriously, it disturbs me. It really does. Anyway, speaking of not so poor people anymore, Justin Bieber in the news. We'll talk about that and the band Perry real quick as we get ready to wind down today's Soapbox Talk. This is the Soapbox Talk Channel 104.
WGMV Cincinnati, a Gizmo media station. We've been planning, and you've been waiting. It's time for a brand new radio station custom designed with two in mind. Finally, a radio station she and he can agree on. True music variety that sounds just like this.
Only wanna be with you.
Finally, the wait is over. This is the new River 103, true music variety of soft rock and roll favorites both of you can agree on. Turn it up. This is the new River 103.
Turn your Spreaker up. It's the Saturday Night House Party.
Send us your requests on Twitter at Rich on Radio or at MyJams102. Or get your request to our Facebook page. It's simply the all-new Jams 102. And remember, we're the station that makes you move. The all-new Jams 102 WBLZ. This is America's best music from today and the 2Ks.
And mine. And I pray someday that you
And today.
sun kiss shining, back road flying, singing like crazy. No place to go, all we hear on the radio.
This is the all-new Buzz 101.
We are back. It is Soapbox Talk for a Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday. And who do you have to win the game, Taylor?
What?
Who do you pick to win the game? Denver or
The Broncos.
The Broncos. Yeah, that's who I'm going for, too. Go Broncos. Mike and Caleb are rooting for, you can't vote for the Super Bowl, can you? Rooting for the Seahawks, which is going to make Caden very angry. He's not going to be mad because he feels like everybody picks on his Broncos. So this ought to be a very interesting game. Let's see. Moving on. By the way, I want to say after my last comment that I'm not trying to judge anyone. It just clearly seems to me that, because people could say that, because people do say that. They say, well, you know what? The left people judge us, and the right people, and the left say right people judge them. Really, there shouldn't be no judgment in it. I'm not trying to judge you. I'm just saying, based on my personal opinion, I think it's wrong to go against God's will of helping other people, helping the poor, and then pretending to be a self-righteous, upstanding Christian. I'm not judging you. I pray in those situations. I'm not judging you for that. I'm just saying, if you live in faith, you should not have a problem with people. Blessed are the poor; they shall inherit the earth. We've heard it many times. So I kind of wanted to apologize just a little bit, but not to back down from my feelings. This whole Justin Bieber thing got arrested. What was it? Thursday night again.
This is just getting out of control.
It is. Thursday night, had to go to Toronto, which is near his hometown. He's from London, Ontario.
Stratford.
It was Stratford, but he was also originally from London. Look it up. I'm pretty sure. His parents were. I know his parents were because I know someone that's a musician that actually knows the parents because we've had a conversation about it.
His gold-digging dad.
And his mom, she sounds like she's kind of flip-flopped there too, speaking of flip-floppers. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about was he got arrested for apparently hitting a limo driver, which is basically, they said, a misdemeanor crime because the man did not have to seek any help. And this is in Canada. Ironically, I saw something funny the other day that said, hey, don't sign that petition, pound or hashtag, Canada doesn't want him back either. So he flies to America, and as you might expect, after all the Trump...
I want to meet him.
Oh, I bet you do, Nancy. What would you do to Justin Bieber? I'm afraid to ask.
Well, I got a whip.
Oh, boy, yeah.
In my closet.
Now,
and I also have a rubber band.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm afraid to ask about that one, too.
Ask my cows what happened when I used the rubber band.
Oh, my goodness, Marge. I mean, you're not Marge or Nancy. I'm forgetting who I'm even talking to. I'm so sick. Nancy, though, while you're here the other night, you were on HLN, and you were saying people were giving Bieber a hard time. Get over it. I saw you. You said that. You were talking to Jane Velez Mitchell, and you also talked to Anderson Cooper and said the same thing. These are minor crimes. Get over it. He's not going to be deported. You said that, Nancy. Now what? Now what do you say? You got to think for I
was drunk.
Are you?
Get out here, Nancy.
Yeah. Are you a cougar, Nancy? That's what I wanted. I bet she is. I bet she got to think for the Beebs, maybe. Yeah, right. You got to think for the Beebs, don't you, Nance?
Maybe.
What would you do if, would you go see him in prison if he went to prison? Like you did Jodi Arias? Would you go see him?
No, I wouldn't.
Why not?
Because he don't deserve serve no visitors.
Oh, my goodness. What kind of
He
punishment?
deserves to have a date with Bubba.
Yeah, he's going to have a date with Bubba. Don't drop the soap. Is that your advice to him, Nance?
Yeah.
Yeah, you better believe it. I wouldn't want to be in that situation either. So anyway, moving on. So now they want to deport him. No, they don't want to deport him. The government is not saying either way. But apparently they have this thing, White House blog, where you can have a petition and sign it. It's over 250,000 signatures so far. After 100,000, the White House has to respond. Given the fact that the president has admitted to smoking marijuana, do you really think he's going to deport...
Obama has admitted to
smoking it and said it's not as bad as alcohol. I don't know. I think it's a gateway drug myself personally, but it can. I mean, I think it can be. I don't think
Obama did inhale.
Oh yeah, and admitted it. Well, we knew that, just like we knew George W. Just like we knew George W. Bush when his dad was president did cocaine in the White House. That came out when he ran. You probably don't remember that, and he admitted it. He's
see that, guys, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh, the hypocrisy.
Doing crack will make you a mayor.
And doing crack could make you president. No, I don't think the president ever did crack. But anyway, Rob Ford. Speaking of,
I'm moving to Canada.
So the reason, the one thing I can say about the Biebs is he did get Rob Ford's support or endorsement. He's 19. I mean, did anybody expect anything different than that? I live in a van down by the river. He's 19. Get out of my face. I'll knock you over like the lady of the city council. That's my Rob Ford. It's nothing on your Rob Ford, Taylor, just saying. But anyway, so I don't know that. Here's how I feel about it. I think the kid needs help. I don't think he needs. I don't think he needs to be deported yet. Although I think if his behavior continues, possibly. And I think that he needs help, and I think people need to start telling him no, and people need to stand up. My big fear in all of this, as someone who's in recovery, been clean almost 4 years, next month, actually this month, 21st of this month. As somebody that's been through the experience, it kind of makes your heart break a little bit, but at the same time, you know that it.
You sound like you have a frog in your throat.
I do. I have yes, it's driving me crazy. But Ribbit. Don't be doing that to me, Ribbit. I told you that did it taste like chicken? Because I told you frog legs taste like chicken. I think it's still moving in there, Sneed. Gross. I asked Sneed for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and he brought me a toad sandwich. Anyway, so I don't know that he does, but I think the kid's got issues. And I think if he does not get an intervention sometime very soon, he's going to turn out being another. Michael Jackson or what was her name? I can't even think of her name now. She was an incredible model in her time. Anna Nicole Smith. Or a Whitney Houston. It's the disease is always deadly if you don't get it treated, and even if you get it treated,
Amy Winehouse.
Yeah, Amy Winehouse. A lot of examples. Even if you do get clean, it still can have a very negative effect on your body. I mean, I'm kind of living proof of that. I got all kinds of health issues. So they've gotten somewhat better since I stopped, but the kid needs help. That's the bottom line. That should be the requirement of the court. Get him help. And if he doesn't go along, then violate him and send him back to Canada. Drop
him from his record label. Take away his cell phone, his car.
Be a freaking parent. That's what he needs. He needs somebody to be a parent to him to say this is not okay. This is not acceptable.
They need Jason Seaver.
Your character defects are destroying your life. Get in a 12-step, get help, or go to rehab. Do something. And anymore there's so many resources for addicts. There's a chat app on that I have on my phone where people can go to meetings all day long, right there on your phone if you can't get to a meeting. I know that's a big issue for. I've talked to other addicts who may know, or someone who has some celebrity status to them, and they're afraid to go to, because at NA and AA, of course, tenets of the program are complete anonymity, and they're scared to go. But there are a lot of different resources and avenues, many of which I've had to use, when I, have been somewhat limited in getting to those types of things, and it definitely works, and it definitely helps because it's helped me stay. I had a great sponsor in the beginning too, Mike, and
Rich S.
Rich S. and MM. So, but he was really, really good, and I'm thankful for that. And I had some other good friends that helped me in the beginning, and I was really screwed up at the beginning of the whole process. But this kid really just needs help. And I kind of feel a little bad too. I think I've gone on Twitter and you read some funny stuff on there, but I mean it's 72% of people surveyed yesterday said they wanted him deported. I go on Twitter and I see nothing but I wish he would have died. I think he's
and the other 28 are believers.
Yeah. But people are like almost bullying him at this point if you go on Twitter, and that's never good for somebody because people a lot of times turn to substances to kill pain. And emotional pain. So you're doing that. Well, that's not helping him. That is, in no way is that helping him.
Well, I think for Bieber, he's trying to do this whole bad boy image or something, trying to...
Oh, look at Miley Cyrus. I mean, I think when you put kids in a box, kind of like Disney Channel has done with her, or, like they did with Justin Bieber, and make him to look so wholesome and so clean, it's going to be, you're hard pressed to find a kid like that these days as it is.
Yeah, I think he thinks just because he's 18 or 19, he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, I saw an interesting point the other day.
Become the next Chris Brown or something.
Right. Remember the kid who everybody got mad because the judge didn't lock him up. He suffered from this affluenza. Supposedly. Well, I've seen people say they think Bieber has the same problem. But the thing about Bieber, and what I've learned from a few people who are kind of maybe a little closer to that situation than I am, is that he was a very poor kid. Like almost no food on the table kind of situation. He suffered, and his parents suffered too. And with some of their behaviors that we're hearing about, I have to question whether or not they have some addiction issues. He needs help. He just needs somebody. He needs, I heard Usher went to Panama and hung out and tried to talk to him, and his manager Scooter Braun did the same thing. The kid needs help, and of course he doesn't realize that. His addictive mind says, no, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to do it. It's going to continue to rationalize and give him all these reasons why, why he should continue in the behavior. I was watching this.
Yeah, well, we've seen people bounce back from this.
Yeah. And he,
like Britney Spears, she had that weird.
And they say,
and they say people with umbrellas.
Yeah. And they say Lindsay Lohan is doing better. Robert Downey Jr., another example, relapse after relapse after relapse, spent time in jail, got clean, and has had a bright acting career since then.
And then Drew Barrymore.
Drew Barrymore was like an alcoholic at 12.
Yeah.
And she'll tell you that. So, you can turn your life around. You can change it. But he just needs help. Just flat out needs help. I don't know that he needs people making him, worry about being deported and, get him help. Don't put somebody...
Maybe he should just take a vacation for a while.
Yeah. Now, these kids that follow him...
I think that's what Britney Spears, she basically just went home to Louisiana and stayed there for a while.
Right. Go back to your roots and let your family support you. That's a very good point.
Yeah, maybe you could go back to Canada and get a job at a restaurant up there.
Yeah, but the thing about it is you can't run from an addiction. Going somewhere else is not going to change it. Your own behavior is going to change it. But anyway, so just worried that he needs help. But the people that I'm more concerned about are some of these kids who follow him on Twitter. Justin, please follow me. #love you. And then you've got these other ones that act like they know him. I saw something last night. I have Justin Bieber, I was able to get the Biebs DM me a message to get the Biebs hotel room. I mean, seriously, you can just tell there was so much fakeness.
His fans are crazy.
Yeah, they some of them really are. They really, really are. And, that's my concern more than anything. If one of these whacked out people are going to maybe try to hurt him or something, because his fans some of them do not. It's one thing to be a fan of an artist. It's another thing just to have your whole life center around them and then try to believe that you're somehow, vicariously living through him or in a relation. I mean, just some really weird things there. It's just.
Oh my gosh, he wrote that song about me.
Yeah. Did you know? Yeah. I mean, I've seen all kinds of, but the kid needs a break. Finally, we just got a minute here. We've actually gone a little bit over the band Perry. While we're talking about artists who make negative choices, let's talk about artists who make positive changes as we close out the show. The band Perry.
Yeah, the band Perry.
Heartwarming.
Earlier this week, a family of 11 were in a house fire. 2 of them were injured or are still in the hospital.
Yes.
And the other 9, a mom and 8 children, including 2 4-year-old twin boys.
Yeah.
Were killed in the fire. And the band Perry has decided to step up and help pay for the funeral.
They're paying for the funeral, and this happened here in Kentucky. So, which is, the southern part of the state. We're up by Cincinnati, Ohio, but of course, our Spreaker page says we're in Newport, which is really our Spreaker page says we're in the Clear Channel building, and I know we're not in the Clear Channel building, but that's for some reason that's what it says.
Definitely not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't see.
I don't know if our signal.
Mo Egger every morning.
Yeah. I like Mo. Mo and I are friends on Facebook. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, so does Siri. Siri loves Mo.
She does, I guess. She better watch out, though. He's married. Anyway, so we just gave Mo Egger a free plug. That was pretty nice of us. Anyway, but a very nice gesture.
Perry.
And imagine for 9 people what that would cost. That would be very costly. But of course, they have the money. But I just thought
very sad.
Yeah,
and especially in the area. It's probably not the most wealthy area.
That part of Kentucky, I don't know. I
think it's like Muhlenberg County.
Yeah. It's not. It's down near Nashville, southern part of the state.
Yeah.
But there, that what a great. We need more people like that in this world. We really need more people like that in this world. Do what you can.
And speaking of other good things, we're going to leave on this note. Of course, we told you about 2 weeks ago, Tyler Doohan, the young 9-year-old that saved his family.
Oh, yeah,
6 of his family members from a fire and died trying to save 2 of them.
Yeah.
The firefighters honored him at his funeral on Monday and made him an honorary firefighter and presented his mom with a helmet with his name on it.
Yeah.
And I was looking when I was researching and stuff over the week. I noticed that there are a lot of firefighter departments and stuff putting tribute to him, putting his name on a board as one of them, or something, and it's just really, really touching, especially a tribute like that. That
is that's very cool that they did that. That they did that for him, and what a special kid he must have been. Just that was so sad. Next week, we will be back with another edition of the show. As always, feel free to comment, positive or negative, about the show on our Facebook page. Which you can do actually just we're still in the process of getting that online. You can do it on Jams 102, River 103, or Buzz 101. You can do that, and then also I'm on Twitter at Rich on Radio. Taylor's on Twitter.
I'm on Facebook at Taylor Construction Noise Parks.
Yes, I'm at Rich Drunk, and I'm also at Rich on Radio. So let us know what you think. It's okay. You can get up on your soapbox, too. That's the whole idea of this. I know my Aunt Carol, who does not always think like me politically, and was a great person.
We need to try and get her on the show.
Well, she always says, when she hears something she doesn't like, that I say, now, Richie, I'm going to get up on my jukebox, or not my jukebox, my soapbox.
Well, I mean, it's so fun because, she disagrees with you, but she's so sweet,
she's a very, very, very loving, very, and in fact, my first cousin and your cousin Reagan is a Republican running, and I would, suggest people do vote for him. He's a great guy.
We need to try and get him on the show and interview him. It's getting close to the election. It might be cool to talk to him about
I thought about that, but I thought maybe Aunt Carol might think I'd turn into the not Fox News, the
Long
opposite,
Island Iced Tea
into MSNBC. So, but anyway, that's the show today. Thanks for joining us. We will be live on Jams 102 this afternoon with some great party music as you get set.
And everybody, real quick,
for the Super Bowl.
Real quick, watch The Fosters tomorrow night at 9 on ABC Family. One of my favorite shows right now.
Yeah, while we were talking about the whole issue today about gay families and all that, it might be a good idea to check that out.
Yeah, great show. Features 2 lesbian moms, a character that's hinted to today.
Yeah. So incredible that.
Sort of.
But they.
Rich, you still need to watch it. It's on Netflix.
I know, and I've been saying that I will. I'm going to try to pull it up here. I won't be able to do it this afternoon, but maybe tomorrow or something. I'll get it.
Try and watch tomorrow.
I've heard very good stuff about it. I know that Jake, what is his name from?
Jake T. Austin.
Yeah, there's a Disney.
And then Terry Polo from the Meet the Parents movies.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the show today. We will see you next week, and we'll see you through the week on Buzz 101.
Rosie O'Donnell's on the show too right now.
Oh, I also had heard that, yeah. But anyway, join us on Buzz 101 for the Big Show. Join Taylor River 103 mornings. Join me middays, Jams 102 workdays. So that's the show. We will see you later. Have a great Super Bowl Sunday. Go Broncos! Bye-bye.